So the great thing about selling to enterprises is when we go into a corporation, there are often 1,000 or 10,000 or 100,000 of you in that organization.
We're all amicable, you know. I'm just like a little minion.
Well, from a monetization standpoint, it ends up benefiting us because we sell to corporations that buy tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of users at a time. Yeah. So unlike a consumer business, which has to go out there and fight for every individual dollar from every individual user.
It's not fighting Dropbox where you're going to make your money.
Correct.
One more from me. Before I actually come, Karen upset you straight away by talking about your share price as well. You floated, that's great. You got the IPO way. You floated, correct me if I'm wrong, my numbers, you got up to, you were $14.
Yeah.
You got up to $23 and you said to yourself for about 5 minutes.
A couple
of hours.
Yeah.
And then you're back down to $12 now.
Yeah.
How much is that going to hurt further fundraising, the fact that you're trading $2 below the IPO price?
Well, for us, we have all the cash we need to be able to hit cash flow positive. So we're not going to be raising any more primary capital in the business. And for us, we have a very, very long-term view of the business. So today's share price is not the thing that we tend to focus on, but where we could be in 2 or 5 or 10 years from now.
Let me be controversial.
Sure.
I would think you're lucky to get this one away in the window that you got it away. The fact that the share price is only down by $2 is probably a good thing, given if you look at what's happened in the industry. The fact that secondary round or the last round of raisings before companies go to market have been an absolute disaster for the industry.
I do appreciate the positive spin. So for us, we are
lucky to get this one away.
Well, we've been building the business for 11 years, and we decided a couple of years ago that we were starting to emerge at a scale where we had enough predictability in the business, where we had the kind of operational capability to take the business public, and that ended up being the timing that we chose. Now, of course, when we look at the broader market, we're very happy to be public. I think that there are a large number of private companies that are trying to figure out are they going to be able to take their companies public. That is now behind us. Again, we have all the cash we need.
You think the window's closed, don't you? So talking to colleagues, you think
it's not necessarily closed, but it's a very sort of small opening for a very select set of companies at a certain scale that have a sort of long-term sort of sustainability or viability. And we're happy again to have that process behind us and be much more focused on sort of our long-term approach.
Aaron, the type of customers that you seem to be going to, there will come a stage when it might be cheaper for them to actually create the solution themselves rather than giving the whole lot to you. If they are that big a customer base, they have that many users internally, then surely they will have the cash flow in order to actually generate the solution themselves. Is that not a big issue for you?
Actually, the broader trend that you tend to be seeing is if you are any sort of medium or large enterprise, you want best-in-class technology to power your business. That's how you're going to be able to get the most performance out of your employees, out of the products that you build, out of the markets that you're going into. And so you actually start to value best-in-class technology to help you do that. It's why you buy maybe an iPhone as opposed to getting the cheapest mobile device that's out there. We want great technology, and if you're a large corporation, you want great technology for your employees. So we tend to sell into corporate environments where those enterprises are buying Salesforce.com for their CRM. They might be using Workday for their human capital management. They might be using Office 365 from Microsoft for their email, and they want something like Box for their content management and their collaboration. So there's not really a risk of companies building it out themselves, simply because the investments that we've been making, the R&D that we've invested in, tends to be very, very differentiated from what you could go and do yourself.